And hello back in the garden. It's the same day. I was just transplanting my tomatoes. I hope you saw that video. I'm gonna put it somewhere here. And I went to have a quick look at my greenhouse, and that's what I found. So I just came from work to have a quick look in my greenhouse, and that's what I'm finding. Half of the lettuces are flattened. Some pots were turned upside down. I'm pretty sure it's the pheasants getting into my greenhouse. I was leaving the greenhouse open during the day, otherwise it's getting way too hot in it. Even when the door is open, it's 36 degrees, but it drops down to not even 1 degree at night. So let's try to do something about the pheasants. So that's my allotment idea: duct tape and netting and some string. Let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, so first of all, let's see if this netting even gonna fit on this door. That's my old netting from the soft fruit protection. Let's have a look. Well, I'm in luck. Seems like it's made to measure. So what I'm thinking, I'm just gonna duct tape the top of the netting to the greenhouse inside, so I can still open and close the door. That might not be as easy as it sounds. It definitely is sticky. It's just a temporary measure. I was just recording the tomatoes reporting video, so I don't have much time now before the sun goes. So what I'm gonna do now is just try to stick the netting to the duct tape as evenly as I can. That batch. That actually seems much easier than expected. Initially, I was thinking of putting the net on the outside of the greenhouse. It would be slightly easier to stick it over there. But then I realized I won't be able to open or close the doors. So this is much better option. Well, that's brilliant, if I might say so myself. Now, some old piece of wood to weigh it down at the bottom, and piece of string, the gardener's best friend, piece of string. I'm just tying the netting to this piece of wood. And after that I can just roll it on itself to get it a bit tighter. I guess I could cut this netting here to make it straight with the door, but that seems to be a waste. I'm just gonna fold it on itself and tie it with a string. Okay, I think that should do it for today. Looks like it's working. I can keep the door mostly open. Let me show you the netting up close. So this is the netting I'm using. I think the holes are plenty big for all the pollinators to get in. What I did on the top is just some duct tape, and I glued the netting to the top rail of the greenhouse. Seems like it's holding for now. And the piece of wood at the bottom, when you roll it, it's tightening the net, so you won't be flapping in the wind. Well, that's a productive evening. Okay, there's a last minute improvement. I added a bamboo stick on that edge of the netting so I can actually get in and get out of the greenhouse easier. And I can actually close it much easier. So fingers crossed, the greenhouse is going to be protected now. So I think that was very productive half an hour in a garden. The sun going to be setting very soon, but at least my greenhouse is protected with the netting, so I don't have to worry about the pheasants getting in and destroying the crop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.